Right, hello and welcome back to The Last Stand Aftermath. We left off last time getting very close to the end of the third area, but falling to two of those heavily armoured zombies. Uh, I'm still a bit perturbed by them. I'm not really. I wish they were at the very least it marked them as like special zombies, because they honestly do look like just the normal regular military zombies. They are clearly like mini bosses in how tough they are. Um, but I think the way to kill them, and we've already invested a fair bit of our skill points in upgrading automatic weaponry at the end of the last game. And if I remember correctly, we've gone and collected all the different weapons and bits of equipment that we get from the armory, and we can now have machine guns spawn in the wild. So here's what I'm thinking of doing this time. So what I'm honestly considering is, so if we could increase the amount of stamina and perhaps the amount of movement speed we have. So we've already got max stamina here, but we can do things like, I mean, melee won't really help, but dodge stamina could be useful. We could get the final level of that, maybe some stamina regen, exhaustion recovery perhaps. But I'm thinking movement speed and sprinting stamina could really help us sort of kite those zombies about. Moreover though, now here's where we can get really interesting. Now, you can get as well, there's reload speed and there's explosives damage here. So they might be something to go into as well. So what we could do, because we've already got max automatic damage, we could make it easier to kite them with some movement speed, lower the sprint stamina cost, that sort of thing. Then we could go into explosives, but also we could possibly do some reload speed, and maybe as well, because I'll admit I've been terrible for this. I need to remember to use the focus mode more. It's not just useful for seeing what's on in the area around you. I have to remember that it's also really good for you can use it to slow down and kind of use bullet time. So it's a bullet time uh, ability as well. And not only does it allow you to take a moment to pause and plan out your plan of attack, but also it does appear that the it does appear that the bullet time modes, the focus mode, actually increases damage, and you can increase the amount of damage that you get as a bonus. So, important to remember. Now, what have we got? Looks like there is more fuel here. We'll get right on that, I think. Right now, the zombies will still be quite basic, and we do not yet have any stamina penalties for carrying too much. So, early game, we start with a bunch of melee weapons. We should use them to get ahead at the start. We're already starting to get ammo for our current weapons, so we can use it more plentiful, and well, we can use it more freely. And then we're also getting some new weapons there, like the 1911. So shouldn't be long now until we're probably just swimming in resources. I see a storm cellar there as well, and there's our fuel. And there's something else down here that's marked as a point of interest. It's just a fireplace. Right, okay, we can give that a miss, I think. But wow, another 1911. Huh. What's the odds, eh? Well, Right. We don't really need the radio. Let's see what they've got. Some alcohol. And that's it. Okay, it was absolutely not worth coming down. They usually have some better stuff, these, but not today, it would seem. Not today. Right, that seems to be about everything. We can go to, there's a safe house here, so that's probably the good, wow, we can go straight to it as well. Wow. Sure, actually. That sounds great. There's nothing much of interest on the way. We'll just go straight to it. It will give us a box of meds and ammo and crafting materials, as well as probably 3 or 4 fuel. So we'll just go. Basically, we can almost skip the entire first area of the game. So our infection level is going to be kept really well down. So we'll start with that, there's a fully operational hunting rifle. Some electronics there, we can use that to make a battery. Starting to get some knowledge built up there. Ooh, some more electronics. It's always worth popping into these just because of the sheer amount of resources you manage to get. Right. Let's see what we can make. We'll make some antidotes. Honestly, I'm gonna make. Yeah, I'll make some herbal endurance as well. Just so that we've got a little bit of something there. We can make some bandages, and then turn that into a med kit. And that looks to be about it. Yeah, okay. Right, now let's see, we've got 21. So I do believe then we'll probably want to start looking at some movement speed. And start getting into sprinting stamina costs. We'll really get those down. And then we'll look into maybe reload speed, aim damage, and then maybe even start looking towards explosives. We just need more punch for these final areas. So we've invested a lot in our economy, and as we can see, our economy game is absolutely fantastic. Right? We can just coast across the map. We've got loads of fuel. We find plenty of guns and ammo to the point where we almost don't even need. Wow, I need some scrap actually. To the point where we almost don't even need to really make many stops, and our economy is so strong that we still get through. Quite handily as well, you know. We're not scraping through the map, barely surviving. No, we can really just push through very quickly and not have much problems with fuel or ammo. So we can't quite make it there. I think the military outpost is probably the right idea here. We might pick up some guns and ammo. I'm hoping to find some automatic weaponry, to be honest. Speaking of weaponry as well, I'll quickly swap out my guns as we arrive. There's no sense in using broken weapons and weapons with barely any ammo when we've got things that could be using that have got more rounds and do more damage. Right. So we'll have the fully functional hunting rifle there. And we'll keep the sawn off. It has some shells, so we can use that now. Right. And also we need to select a melee weapon. There's a few of the military ones there, so we'll just use this. Right, get in with the warhammer. In case you're wondering, by the way, I am just letting the infection kind of ride for a moment. Often you don't need all of that health. It can be beneficial to just get a couple of to just get a few perks in before you use it. We probably want to use it soon though, because I'm assuming there's probably going to be some kind of antiviral station here where we can probably get more antiviral and stave the infection off a bit longer. And given that you can only carry the one, it wouldn't make sense to be letting ourselves take unnecessary infection damage. Right. There's our fuel. We do not have a battery to use that. We don't have a battery to use this. Right, well. We'll need to equip a new melee weapon. Does beg the question then, so what can we do in this area really? Unless one of these drops a battery, which, I mean, we're getting a lot of explosives. So for what it's worth, after this, we'll be able to just go nuts in terms of grenades and things. Be fine for a long time in terms of that. Getting some good attachments. I think definitely early military camps are worth going to. Later on there can be quite a lot of very nasty zombies. Armoured ones and boss ones. If you already have some good guns, then all you really stand to have happen to you is that you just pump loads of ammo into enemies that you don't really need to face. Whereas, I think early game when you haven't got those weapons, and it's before the point where boss zombies can spawn, so in the first area here, it's a perfect opportunity to utilise that time where we're not going to get hit by anything particularly nasty in terms of zombie types. But an early military base can get us some extra weapons here that we might not otherwise be able to get. We are swimming in explosives, which is probably quite dangerous, but yeah, we do have a lot of them, so we should be pretty set here. I think this might contain... Nope. I'm going to say they are usually weapons crates, so there were good odds that it would contain a gun of some description, but apparently not. There goes our combat knife. First execution of the day. There we go. Right. We'll take a cleaver, I guess. Well. You don't appear to be able to get into that tent. And there's not really much there. this kind of begs the question as to next, am I going to bother going for those supplies there? Well, at the very least, I should go and fill the car up first. No sense in carrying about fuel that I need to drop to carry the supplies. Health is getting a little bit low now. Right, we are starting to get through these melee weapons quite quick here, so... But we are wanting to utilise those to just help us save ammo for the future here. So it makes sense to try and use all of them. Right. Now, we'll go for it. We've killed most of the zombies around, well, pretty much all of them. I will use a bandage before starting it. Just so that I'm not drastically low. We'll start out with the rifle, and then swap to the shotgun if need be. The rifle with quite a lot of ammo for it, actually. We have nothing we can really use here. Ooh. But there is an antiviral thing just there. Very nice, okay. I would have liked to have gotten that first perk, but this is fine. Right. Only 20, not much, but every little helps, of course. Now, all that in mind, now, we can't make it to Herc Blockade, we are going to have to go here. If we can find a crafting bench and some scrap, we can craft some batteries, and then use that to basically, yeah, we could use a crafting bench and some scrap with the electronics, create some batteries, and then maybe get even more antiviral or some... These crates in these Herc stations can be quite useful at the beginning of the game. They're not overly valued toward the end, but if we manage to get quite a lot of scrap, given that we found quite a few batteries, we might actually be able to maybe get one or two of those crates open and get a few early weapons. Because the quicker we can get things, the quicker we can start skipping through areas and getting through the game that bit faster. You know, speed and efficiency here are going to be quite key. Well, we've got one part of the puzzle. I also hear a supply drop in the area. So have a quick look around. That's definitely quieter. So I think it's in the corner over by the shed. Somewhere around here. No. In fact, I can't hear it at all now. Completely silent. I can hear it. Strong there. It's in the corner here. Yeah, you can kind of hear it here. I'm wondering if it's been spawned in at the other side of the fence by accident or something. Be a shame if it has been. Yeah, it's quite easy to hear it there. Right. Hmm. Okay. We want scrap. Give me... Ooh. That is just as good. I was going to use the scrap to make batteries, but you know what? I'll take a battery. That's basically also what I was wanting pretty much. The only problem is that right now we can't actually use that. What's in here? It's a radio station and 2 boxes. One's meds, and I think the red is... I forget what the red one is. Is it weapons or crafting materials or something? Something along those lines. It may not actually be worth using that station then, given that we already have a antiviral. Not only that, but our current one has still quite a decent bit left on it. Right, it's gonna have to be the cleaver. I know it's broken and it won't do as much damage, but I can upgrade the pipes to be even better. I can upgrade the, I can repair the machete, and I would prefer to use the machete against more dangerous foes, but... Got some scrap, there we go. Finally. Right. Let's go and build some batteries. Oh, he's following. Right. There we are. Ooh, we can make quite a few. Well, you know what? In the time it'll take us to actually get that, yeah, we'll have used one. So that and I want to get some of these items in here. So we haven't got enough for that. G17, yes. Right. Viral. There we go. Got another. And I think, yeah, it's got a little green cross on it. That's going to be, and I know it's going to be meds, and we know what meds are like in this game. They seem to just grow on trees. They're everywhere. You can't, you know, walk down the streets without tripping over a few used syringes, it seems. Right. Need a new melee weapon. We'll use the not damaged machete. Oh, that's bad. Ow. Okay. I think that's all of them. Just about. Oh, not quite. Okay. Probably want the shotgun out. Okay, that's not too bad. Not a whole lot in here. Honestly, I tend to expect these to have more in them than they tend to. You think, oh, it's a special area that I have to go in and clear, and surely there'll be some good stuff. Nope. You would think that, but no, there isn't. Not guaranteed. Right. Let's get the hell out of here then. Wait. There's no fuel. I didn't miss something today, where there's just... Yeah, there's no fuel down here. It would have come up on the focus thing, so... Yeah. There is 0 fuel in the area. Right, well that's been an awful waste. Right, get ready. It's going to get hectic fast here. Okay. Oh, it's got no bullets left, that's why it's not reloading. Okay. Well. This has been eventful. You know what, we'll not even do that. We'll go straight for a med kit here. We rarely have enough health lost that it can be justified using one. So, when we do have, we'll use it. Just use the damn med kit. Lovely. Full heal, basically. Right. Okay, so... Oh, we've got some shotgun shells, that'll be good. There's a fuel. We've got 2. And My machete's more or less out, so... Is there more fuel to be had, is the question. Right, let's go with this crappy pocket knife. Because why not? Police car, no, nothing good. Anything good here? Ooh, battery, right, well worth staying just for that. Oh, it was really worth staying. There's usually some fuel up here as well. Usually a second can. Can I not go that way? No, looks like that's a invisible wall, I suppose. Right. Okay. That looks to be pretty much everything. Let's get the hell out of here. Now we know here there will be a Herc station. It will have antiviral. There will be extra crates inside. There's going to be ammo boxes around. This could be a very good opportunity to not just grab some more antiviral, but to just kind of get ourselves sort of fueled up in terms of supplies and in terms of actual fuel as well for the rest of the journey, basically. Could be pretty much set here for a good while. Okay, strength, no. Melee resistance and unarmed damage could be very good. I do believe we already have a lot of melee resistance just inherent in our character. I believe we have in our skills, yes, we have 40%. So now we'll have 65% melee resistance at this point. So we are taking significantly less damage now. I believe there's another version of that you can get as well that reduces it by 40%, so... Unless it's the same perk, and maybe changing it in patch or something, I don't know, but... Yeah, we could be very much set here for a good while. Right. Board has nearly run out of durability. Big fat fella there. Let's not walk into it. Oh, hello there. Dodge. It didn't dodge quick enough or far enough. They were like an invisible wall. Oh, we've got an icon in the middle now next to the weight thing. I don't know if that's new or I've just not noticed it before. But there's an icon now showing you how long you'll be poisoned for. It's useful. Can we just kill you now? He's taking ages to die, that guy. Right, we'll just have to use the pipe, even though it's like, yeah, we could have theoretically upgraded it. There we go. Armor's gone. I think the issue with the rifle is that there's a long amount of time between shots. Like, I'm firing there, I'm tapping it as quick as I can. It does not fire quickly, the rifle. I think it is meant to be a bolt action, so that probably explains the incredibly low fire rate, but I also don't appreciate the fact that there's almost no sign to the player, even though I can see the armour being chipped away at. Now, you think there'd be some sparks or something when you'd hit him, and it'd really be like, oh wow, yeah, you're hitting and doing damage. It doesn't seem to give you the feedback you would expect, but you are damaging him when you shoot him with a gun. It just takes a lot. Right. We will want to use a pocketable here. What could we go with? Honestly, if I had a medkit, I'd probably use it again. We've got a very low amount of health. But we have 8 clean water and other rags. Oh well, they're not being pocketables over here. Yeah, 8 rags. We've got enough to make 8 more bandages. So I'm going to take that. Well, you know what? They're bunched up. I like how they move towards the noise. Ooh, okay, what have we got? Movement speed, aimed damage. Ooh, both of those are good. I'm gonna go movement. Both of the... All I'm concerned with now is, can I use this to kill those armoured ones later on in the game that I'm having difficulty with? Both of those will be excellent. The movement speed allows me to kite them around. The aimed damage means that I could use the focus ability, take a shot, and probably half kill them. Mind you, given that they're armoured, I think literally for the time until the armour is off, you aren't dealing any damage whatsoever, and it takes a set amount of hits to just take the armour off. So I think the armour might be more easily dealt with fast firing weapons or with melee, but then the somewhat slow hard hitting and that would probably be more suited to dealing with them once the armour is off. Okay, we have plenty of fuel. Anyway, since we are carrying a second perk now, there's no sense in hoarding the antiviral that we have. Oh, they are flooding this gate, aren't they, suddenly? Oh, hello. Where did you come from? Did you spawn in, or were you there all along and I hadn't noticed? I think he spawned in. I was a bit surprised there wasn't one actually already here. There's normally one of these, isn't there, at least? I'm surprised he's not charging either. I think it's a combination of me stumbling him and it being a tight area. I think if you went over and hit him then you could do an execution, but I think I'll just shoot him. I think it's probably safer. Right. Melee weapon is getting a bit worn. Actually, let's not let them out. The one good thing with this rifle is it just kills them. Right? If they haven't got armour on, it just kills them, basically. It does an absolute ton of damage. as you would expect, it's a bolt action. So yes, the bolt action hunting rifle. Very good at murdering things, as would be expected. Oh, I fumbled that. Let's go with a knife. Not much ammo in these. It's like they know that you're just gonna beeline for those because there's loads of ammo. So I think once the gate is open, they must lower the drop rates from them or something. Right. Oh, we exhausted ourselves a bit there. Right. Let's get the bullets back in our guns. Get ready. And we should be able to get this started. There we are. Bring this with me. And there's no area where you can kind of put your own antiviral together, is there? There's no little research station where you can use infection samples to create one. That's a shame. Because actually, I think off that big guy we actually had enough. I'll still grab one, of course. I'm not going to leave here without one when it's offering me one. Absolutely not, no. I'm not mad. Now we'll get on our way once we've popped this in the boot. There we are. Ooh, engine's looking a bit worse for wear. Forest or farm? We can't get to the compound. What is there? So there's military base with a Herc station, or we can get to this safe house. The safe house will basically fast track us through. I'm going to go straight to the farm. I don't think... The forested areas usually have very little, but there's a decent amount of zombies there. I think we would only stand to lose ammo and resources. I want to get to a crafting bench quickly to turn all these explosives I'm carrying into just a giant bag full of bombs. So I'm going to go this way and get to the safe house. And I think when we get there, we'll call that an episode. And everything is over this way. Okay. I understand. They are very infectious looking. Okay. Repaired. Let's get in here. Our combat knife only has one use left. Great. What can we get? I do wish it would just auto-equip another melee weapon. Oh, we want to be careful about that one there. Sorry, I'm going to go loud. There's not many of them. Yeah, there's not very many. So we'll just clear them out and move through. Oh, that might be a bit more worrying, the amount in there. Right. Let's have a look. Some 9mm rounds. Workbench. Hammer on that. Okay. One moment. Thank you. Right, what can we make? Oh, we can make a lot of can bombs. Yeah. Scrap, we have 10. Right. We don't need another hunting rifle, but we can craft this. We can repair this. And then we probably, and I'll be honest, I can stand to eat some canned food. And we can probably, yeah, make a few can bombs. We do have a pipe, so I could craft some melee parts. There we are. Get ourselves a war pick. And I think that's about it. You can create a med kit and some bandages. As for the rest of our scrap, I suppose we may as well just repair that hunting rifle in that 1911. Are they particularly useful to have? No, but you know, it might make them sell for more at the shop if we get to one, at the very least. So there's that. Oh, there's a big guy, lovely. He's not aware of me yet, so probably better off going around and trying to remain quiet from now on. It is that way. Yeah, the fuel appears to be up here, this way, so I'm gonna have to go through these. Right, we'll take the hammer. Yeah, we're gonna have to kill these two, just to make sure that they're not alerting the others over there. These are peeled off, so... Oh, he's got a weapon. And this one as well. A lot more of them showing up with weapons now, I'm noticing. I don't... Oh. I don't mean since just entering this area, I mean basically since the last playthrough. I'm wondering if it's maybe there's been an update or something that I'm not aware of. Right, oh god, there's a lot, isn't there? Oh, and we want to bandage up as well. We are not looking too good on health, actually. They're inside, aren't they? Oh, that might be a gun cabinet, that. Coast around the outside edge here. Been a while since I've tried to do one stealthily. Most of the time I'd have just run in and killed them all, but yeah, they're all in just giant groups. Right, there we go. We're through. More or less with everything I would have wanted, right. There we are. Okay. The last stop for the episode, we'll get straight to the safe house. And we'll take stock of what we've got. Okay. So, to just kind of go over what we've got then. We have lost some health. I think when we enter the next area, just to prevent the infection from getting too much to manage. As nice as it would be to get more perks, I also just don't want to die to infection. We're getting to the point now where our max health is diminishing a bit too much for my liking. I'm going to grab myself a fuel can here. We'll just take this jerry can back to the car. We will probably, given that we've already got one and this apparently feels heavy, I'm guessing 4 or 5 fuel tops here that we'll have, yeah? Yeah, 4, there we go. We may even be able to get to the end of the area. We'll just have to see. But it's looking good. Let's see what our supply crates have. That's not bad. It's pretty good. Pretty good. We've got a rag here. We've got some crap. Just nothing. Ooh, electronics. That could be more batteries. Clean water, painkillers, and chemlites, aiming lasers. They're big. That's a big find there. Probably the big items being the aiming laser, aiming lasers, plural, and of course the battery there. So some big finds just there. Right. So, I'm going to put up movement speed. Now we should be able to kite things a lot better. We'll be able to sprint a lot better. Right. And we'll be able to dodge a lot better. That's probably as much as I really need in stamina for now. And we can probably start focusing on our quick reloading and our focused fire, so to speak. So we're going to look into doing that next. Crafting wise, we can make a new battery, so that's good. Oh. Ooh, it might have frozen here. Well, we'll give it a moment, but at the worst case scenario, we might spawn in on the next episode in the safe area. To my knowledge, it saves at the beginning of areas. So we should find ourselves back at the safe room. It does look like it's crashed. Oh. No, it has not. Yeah, I've just clicked on it. It just appears to have stopped being the active window for whatever reason. Which I guess is a good feature, that when it's not the active window, it just pauses itself. That's actually quite good. Too bad it just randomly swapped to being the inactive window. But anyway, never mind. Right, we can make a new war pick. So we now have, I believe, 2 of those. We could make more can bombs if we had more cans. Now, how many cans have we got? We could get some from the canned beans. That looks to be about it. We have got some herbal endurance, so by all means I can use this can of beans. We'll get a little bit of something from it, but most I just want to turn it into a bomb. So we'll create ourselves a bomb here. Apparently, from the looks of it, you can also use them in a recipe. But I think you can add all miscellaneous and pocketables and things into the recipe thing here, and they don't necessarily always create something. Right. I think that's going to do it there, though. Just before we move, we will go to our weapons. We can get some scopes attached, so we can put an aiming laser. Now, we have a G17. We have a lot of ammo for it. Yeah. The 1911 is good, but 38 rounds, and this has that many. Jesus Christ. So we will equip that here. And that looks, yeah, that looks pretty good. So we haven't got the greatest weapon in the world here, but it's very plentiful in terms of the amount of ammo it has. And we want to save up and basically just get the quick loading and sort of sharp shooting perks here. Critical eye, maybe. There's possibly something to look into, but I'll probably go for the explosive damage first. I'm not really bothered about the throw distance. You can already basically throw to the edges of the screen anyway. It's not that important. It's mostly I would want the explosive damage and range. The range maybe not too great. I don't want to accidentally blow my arms off, but yeah. Definitely something to look into. Also, I think before the end of the game, I should probably look into some of these recipes at some point as well. Particularly the bombs might be quite useful. Right. Because I mean, if the box mine, if you can pick that up afterwards, if you don't use it, it could be beneficial to just set one of those up in an area, to just have one on me, set it up. Particularly if I spy some bosses, and just use it as a fallback line. But probably taking priority will be the quick loading, sharp shooting, explosive damage, that sort of thing. Will probably be taking priority. But I would like to have a look at these maybe before we finish the game up. I'm very impressed though with the array of skills here on offer, even though some of them are just, you know, percentage differences and not overly crazy and things like that, but it's quite nice. We will probably next be going, I mean, we've got no choice, we will be heading to the neighbourhood. Well, actually, we have a choice. We can go past it. We can go all the way past to the shop if we need. But it probably makes sense to maybe at least stop at a few of these areas, load up on stuff, and then go to the shop maybe. Especially since I've spent all of my knowledge right now. So we might actually take it a bit slower through here on our way to the shop, and then perhaps get straight to the military outpost. We may even skip that one to go to this one, because military outposts can be quite dangerous but offer significantly better rewards. And then maybe, oh wow, we've got a safe house and a shop before the end here. So we should be able to really stock up on things before we move to the final zone and go to that bridge again. And if we can just get that open so we don't have to do this again, it does look like there's more afterwards. So it does look like there is going to be at least 4 zones. The 4th one may just be, honestly, it may just be a like boss area or something. Or maybe there's going to be a shorter area where it's a bit more, bit crazy and that. I don't know, but we can find out. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll continue on in the next episode.